just imagine, what would happen if you find the address of a 1,000-year-old treasure? But this treasure is not buried in such a place, but under the most dangerous prison in the city. Now suppose that you got inside the jail by doing some juggling, but you will get out of here with so much gold to know how to watch the video to the end. This story begins with a man named Jong who there is a writer and writes different types of stories. Jang's dream is that he made a film on his written stories. But to produce a movie takes a lot of money, and at the moment, Jong does not even have a footy cowboy. Now, the next day, Jong came to see the producer for whom he works, but came to the office and saw that the producer was smoking a second writer because he had not finished his story on time. Now Jong was quite nervous because his story was still incomplete, but before the producer was the ghost was made. He accepted his mistake and asked for a month's time to complete the story. But instead of a month, the producer gave only 4 days to Jank respite, and if he did not complete this story in these 4 days, then he would have to return the full money of the producer. Now, with a heavy mind, Jong reached his house and started working on that story. But despite tearing a lot of pages, he could not write anything of the kind. After all, Jong got tired of this work and started drinking beer to cool the mind. He saw a box lying nearby, which was left before his grandfather died. From inside this box, Jong got a letter from his grandfather, which he had for Jong was written, now that Jong had drunk a lot of alcohol. He got an eye while reading this letter. Now in the dream, Jong saw his grandfather, who was telling him the address of the intelligence treasure. He tells Jong that I have buried millions of gold under our ancestral house. But before I die, I could not get it out because the government broke that house and put a jail on top of it. Now the next moment, Jank woke up, and from inside this box, he got a map of his old house and a gold biscuit. Now that he took this map from the prison map, and I was completely surprised because these two maps were absolutely bean to bean. Now Jong decided that he would go inside this jail and bring his ancestral gold. Now to get himself arrested, Jong stole his neighbor's laptop and threw him down. And for this unique mistake, Jong was arrested and put in jail. Now after reaching jail, he saw that a lot of prisoners are celebrating the birthday of a second prisoner named Crab. After a while, Crab came to meet Jong and told him that in some time he also had Jong went to the banyan tree inside the jail because, according to the map, there was a well near this tree and all the gold was buried inside that well. Then another prisoner named Uncle Lee came to Jang and told him that there are 2 gangs inside this jail and every prisoner coming here has to join one of the gangs. Now the first gang was of Crab, who used to protect his comrades in every situation and maintained peace in the jail. The second gang was of a man named Tiger, who was known as Brother Tiger. This prisoner tells Jang that you should meet the jail warden once, but stay away from Tiger and his comrades. But before he could complete his sentence, Tiger's men reached there and caught all the new prisoners and took them to Tiger. Now, Tiger's men pressurized these prisoners to join the gang, and on refusal, they took good care of them. Now Jang had no other option, and he did not listen to the things said by that prisoner. Remembering this, he agreed to join the gang, but to join this gang, all these people will have to drink the tea spit by Tiger. Now all the prisoners were forced to drink this tea, but when Jang's turn came, Crab and his friends came at the last moment and saved him from this humiliation. Here, Crab told Tiger that Jang lives with me in my room, so he is a part of my gang, and you cannot force him. Now hearing this, Crab got angry, and he swore that he will make Jang's life hell. Now that evening, when Jang was having his breakfast, Tiger came to him and put cockroaches in his food and asked him to eat it. But Crab, who was present there, saw all this, and here a fierce fight broke out between these two groups. Now the next day, Jang was given the task of cleaning this jail, and during this, Jang tried to find that old well in which he could bury all the gold, but even after a lot of efforts, he could not find anything about that well. After this, he left the jail. He reached the library, where he came to know that this jail was demolished and rebuilt a few months back, and he would get the new map of this jail in the file room. He was lost in these thoughts when Tiger and his companions attacked Jang. That evening, Crab reached Tiger and asked him about Jang because Jang had not returned to his room even after the duty was over. Here, Tiger asked Crab. Crab said that he will tell him Jang's address, but in return, he will have to drink the tea spit by him. Now Crab had no other option, and to save his friend's life, he drank the tea spit by Tiger. After insulting Crab a lot, Tiger told him that his dear friend is lying in the garbage bin of the jail. On hearing this, Crab and his companions immediately ran towards the garbage bin where Jang was struggling between life and death, but they reached there on time and Jang's life was saved. Now seeing his friend's condition, Crab felt very sad and he decided to teach Tiger a lesson. Here Jang also got ready for this fight. because his plan was that he would take advantage of this stampede and go to the file room and get the new map of the jail. Now, after some time, both these groups came face to face with each other, and there was a fierce fight between them. The crab ran towards the room, but before he could go inside, Tiger and his companions attacked him. His friends beat him up badly, and during this fight, Jiang lost the key somewhere. Now, due to this fight, Jiang along with Tiger and Crab were arrested, and they were put in this dark prison. Here, Jiang was very sad because he could not find gold sitting in this dungeon. Now, in anger, he said to Crab that you do not need to protect me, because since you have come in my life is becoming more difficult instead of becoming easy. So I request you to leave me on my own and keep me away from these useless fights. Now, hearing this, Crab felt very bad because he only wanted to protect Jiang. After a while, he apologized to Jiang and told him that there is nothing more important than friends in his life. So when he saw Jiang in this condition, he could not stop himself, found out and messed with Tiger. After this, he told Jiang his story and told him that from today, many years ago, he had another friend named Jiang who sacrificed his life to save him from goons, and that day, Crab swore that he will protect his friends till his last breath. Now, after listening to all this, Jiang realized that he said so many things to Crab in anger. After this, he apologized to Crab and told him why he has come to this jail. He told Crab that he has come to the jail to get the gold of his ancestors. On this, Rab told him that I will help you in finding that gold, but I don't want anything in return because that gold belongs to your ancestors and you have full right on it. Now both of them together made a plan, where first of all, they have to steal that map from the file room. According to the plan, both of them went to the laundry room of the jail and sprinkled bleaching powder on the neck of the guard present there. Due to this powder, the guard got an allergy on his neck, and he was quickly brought to the emergency room of the jail. Here, as soon as Jiang got the chance, he stole the uniform of this guard and Crab. He reached that file room with Jiang. Now, after a lot of searching, both of them found the map according to which that old well is present right below that laundry room. Now, using this map, both of them immediately reached that well where both of them saw a big wall. Jiang was sure that his ancestral gold is present behind this wall. After this, both of them picked up a hammer each and broke this big wall by hitting it. Now, as soon as the wall broke, Jiang immediately came inside and started looking for that gold. On the other hand, Crab went up and started guarding so that if he felt any danger, he could inform Jiang about it. Now, many hours passed by, but till now, there was no trace of that gold. Finally, Jiang accepted defeat and started returning from here because he felt that someone had already taken out that gold before them. But before going back, Crab took out this piece of wood from the wall, and as soon as they did this, a cupboard opened behind them, inside which all the gold biscuits were present. Now seeing so much gold, Jiang was stunned. He tried to give a part of the gold to Crab, but Crab refused, saying that this gold belongs to your ancestors, and it belongs only to you. After this, both of them went upstairs with all the gold and started devising a way to get it out of the jail. Now after some planning, both of them decided that they will take all this gold out of the jail by hiding it in the clothes lifting machine. These machines will go out of this jail on the 22nd of this month, and Jiang will also be released from this jail on the 22nd. But there was still a lot of time for the 22nd to come. Until then, they had to keep this gold hidden from the rest of the people. So Jiang used his brain and put all this gold in a bucket of acid, because no matter how dangerous the acid is, it cannot harm gold. Now Jiang was very happy to get his ancestral gold, because now he can pay off all his debt and make films on the stories of his choice. The next morning, Tiger attacked both of them, and a fierce fight started. In the midst of this scuffle, Tiger got hold of all the gold which Jiang had hidden in acid cans. Now, on hearing their fight, the jail guards also reached that room, but before these three could be caught, they hid all the gold again. Now, when the guards asked, Tiger told that Jiang's foot slipped while working, and he was helping Jiang. Now, due to the fear of getting caught, Jiang also agreed to this, and seeing this, Crab felt very bad, and he understood that for Jiang, there is nothing more important than gold. Crab felt so bad about this that he broke his friendship with Jiang in his mind. Now that evening, Crab got the news that his daughter is very ill, and she has been admitted in the ICU. Knowing this, he went to Jiang and asked him to join his plan. Actually, Crab did not want any share in the treasure. Rather, he only wanted to get out of this jail and meet his daughter. Now at first, Tiger refused to work with Crab, but then Jiang convinced him, and these three started planning to escape from here. They decided that after 3 weeks from today, when there will be an anniversary party in the jail, then all of them will escape by jumping into the sea through the tunnel. But the problem was that there were still 3 weeks left for the party, and Jiang was going to be released from jail next week. Now, to increase his sentence, He got into a fight with Tiger and Crab, and within no time, there was a ruckus inside the jail. Now, as per the plan, the guards stopped this fight and put these three inside the cell. Days passed like this, and very soon, the day of the jail's anniversary party arrived. Now, during the decoration, Tiger, Crab and Jang filled propane gas inside all the balloons so that they could explode and divert the attention of the guards and take advantage of the stampede and reach the tunnel. Now that evening, when Warden was giving his speech, Crab exploded these balloons, which created a commotion in the jail compound. Now, taking advantage of this opportunity, these three entered the tunnel and slowly started moving forward. But during this time, a piece of metal injured Yang's leg, and a lot of blood started flowing from his leg. Now, seeing this, Crab tied that injury with a plastic bag, and all of them kept moving forward without stopping. Finally, the hard work of these three paid off, and they all reached the end of the tunnel. Here, they all saw a big wall on the other side of which was a vast ocean. Here, the guards also got a hint that 3 prisoners were missing from the jail. And as soon as they got this news, they started searching for these 3. On the other hand, these 3 blew up that big gate with the bomb they had made, on the other side of which was the ocean. A boat was already waiting for them, just below this tunnel, and they had to go down with the help of a rope. But once again, Tiger showed his true colors and took out a knife from inside his shirt. Actually, he wanted to kill these 2 and grab their share of gold. Here he attacked Crab, but at the last moment, Jang came in between, and here a fierce fight broke out between these 3. Here, Tiger was overpowering Crab, and he could kill him at any moment. Seeing this, Jang said that you take all this gold but spare Crab's life. But Tiger was not affected by these things, and he took Crab and pushed him into the sea. But luckily, Crab caught hold of a rope whose other end was in Jang's hands. Now, seeing both of them so helpless, Tiger started making fun of them. But then Crab saw an opportunity and pulled Tiger down, and along with Tiger, all the gold also fell into the water. After this, Jang tried to pull Crab up, and during this, he realized that from the beginning till now, Crab has always supported him like a true friend. Now, after a lot of effort, he finally pulled Crab up, and both of them saved their lives. Now, after a while, when the guards reached the tunnel while searching for them, they surrendered and handed themselves over to the guards. Now, after a few days, Crab was informed that his daughter's surgery was successful and her life was saved. Along with this, Yang was told